confirm anyone? Yeah. Fine. So in the last session, what we discussed? We discussed about jobs, right? Jenkins jobs, right? Yeah. So anyone having any questions on Jenkins jobs build after other projects are built? And how can we configure the job? How can we pull the code from? You have to Jenkins. And how can we troubleshoot if the job is failed? How can we check, right? So these are all discussed, right? So, troubleshooting, yeah. Yeah, Manideep, you're asking some question. I gave you unmute. Can you speak now?
So good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm unable to select the Maven. What's the number? What's the number, sir? Maven 3.9.9. I'm not getting that option.
Yeah, first you need to install Maven.
Yes, sir, I did. Sir, is it Maven integration or anything else?
Maven integration. So instead of the Jenkins only, we can integrate Maven. Once you install, yeah, go to the so tools, go to tools and you can install Maven so that you will see the Maven version 3.9.9 or 3.9.5.
I installed, sir, but still I'm not getting.
Installed already?
Today, I can take the Maven document.
Yeah, yeah, you can check it out. Install Maven, so definitely that will be available. Okay.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Check it out. You can check it out. If it is not working fine, so let me know. Definitely we'll resolve the issue. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions, anyone? Right. Today's concept is Jenkins user management. Jenkins user management. User management. So normally, if any new DevOps engineer joined the project or new developer joined the project, right? As a DevOps engineer, as a senior DevOps engineer, so we have to create the user and we have to control the users and we have to give the permissions to the user, right? So we need to manage the users as a senior DevOps engineer. So we need to manage the users, right? Yeah. For example, this is our Jenkins console. Jenkins server, right? Yeah. Now, as a root user, so this is my root user. Root user is the admin user, right? So while installing, configuring Jenkins, it is asking one user, right? That is admin user. That is the main user, right? So this is admin user. Admin user is having full permissions. He can directly access to the Jenkins console without any security layers. He can directly access to the Jenkins console, right? Normally in real-time projects, any new engineer joined the project, like freshers or any other experienced guys or managers, architects, when they join to the project, normally admins can directly access to the Jenkins, but these users, any other users like normal users, when they want to access the Jenkins console, they cannot directly access, right? So this is a DevOps user one, DevOps user two. So here they connect through the security layer. There is a layer here in between Jenkins and users. There is a layer which is role-based authorization strategy. Yeah, role-based authorization strategy. Right, this is a security layer. So these users, normal users, they can connect to the security layer. From here, they can connect to the Jenkins console. So in this layer, what we will do, we can assign the roles, we can assign the permissions, right? So in this layer, what we will do, we create some roles here, different roles like DevOps role, developer role, right? And also tester role. One more role is there, which is very important role, item role. Item role. So these are the different roles, right? Yeah. So DevOps role, developer role, tester role, those are experienced guys. We can assign that roles to roles, right? For experienced guys. So item role, what is item role? Which is itemized role. Normally, freshers, 1 2 years experienced guys, we can give this roles, itemized roles. For example, in Jenkins console, we have 200 jobs are available, 200 jobs. So we don't give all job access, only limited job, 1 or 2 jobs access only we can. So by the time what we will do, we can select the itemized, right? So not entire role, right? So itemized, not all jobs, only itemized role. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Normally, so any, yeah, in real-time projects, when we join into the project, we get one user. We get one user, which is a LDAP user. What is LDAP user? Anyone? Real time, guys. What is LDAP? Anyone? Real time, guys. Once we join into the project, we get one user, which is LDAP user. Real time, guys. Lightweight directory access protocol, not direct. Okay. Lightweight directory access protocol, right? So this is the this is we can say LDAP user or alias user. LDAP user or alias user, right? So this LDAP user, local IT team, they create one user in the domain, they provide the user. So this is the domain level user. This user is domain level user. So by using this user, we can log in all the consoles like AWS console, Jenkins console, Kubernetes, Azure, Google Cloud, whatever consoles we have in the project. We can connect all the consoles by using this LDAP user, right? So yeah, in Jenkins, what we will do, we can integrate LDAP user or else we can integrate local local database users. We can integrate LDAP user or local database user, right? Yeah. So in Jenkins, normally, most of the time we integrate the LDAP users only. Sometimes we create the local users. Clear, right, everyone? Now what we will do? So here, if you want to control the users, so by using the role-based authorization strategy only, we can manage and control the users. Okay, because yeah, so users are having default permissions, normally default permissions, right? We can that permissions we can customize, and we can control the users, right? Now let us go back, connect the console, AWS console. I'll show you that roles. How can we create the roles? Now, what we will do, go to City and start our server. Jenkins server, start instance. Now the Jenkins is in running state. Copy the public IP, paste here, shift column, 8080 is the port number, right? So to connect our Jenkins, we can use the IP address and also port number. So login Jenkins by using username, password. After that, immediately we need to set the path, right? So to increase the speed. So normally free tier, we are using freeware, right? So we'll get the slowness issues. That is why we need to set the path. Go to manage Jenkins. Go to system, click on system. Now copy the URL here, paste the URL here, Jenkins URL. Apply, save. Mandeep, are you going through videos or not? Are you following the videos or not, Mandeep? But why are you confusing? Maven installation is very simple, right? How can you install Maven? Yeah, once you install the version only, you can see the version, right? I'll show you. Go to Manage Jenkins, go to Tools, click on Tools, scroll down here, click on Maven installations, right? So Maven installation already installed, two versions already installed, three versions installed, right? Now I want to add one more Maven version. Click on Add Maven, give the Maven version here, whatever version you want to give, you can give 3.9, 3.8 something I want to give, 3.8.5. Okay. So here, check this, install Maven automatically. Here you can give the name. Here you need to give the name, right? Maven 3.8.5. Apply, save, that's it. Once you apply, save, where we can check this? Go back to dashboard, go to job configure. Go down here. Look at this. 3.8.5, right? It's very simple, easier, right? Can you check it out now? Now it is visible or not? Yeah, now Jenkins server is ready. So now we set the path also, right? Now what I will do, yeah, first of all, this admin user is having full permissions, right? Yeah, now these two users we required. So before going to create any users, let's try to understand security level first. Okay, click on Manage Jenkins, go to Manage Jenkins, go down here. So this is the security, right? Click on security. Now, so authentication here, security realm, security realm. In this security realm, look at this everyone. Yeah, Jenkins own user database, LDAP. What is LDAP anyone? Lightweight directory access protocol, right? Once we join into the project, we'll get the user, which is LDAP user, right? LDAP user is the alias user, is the domain level user. So once you get into the project, you'll get one user, which is LDAP, right? Yeah. So here, most of the time we use the LDAP users only in real-time projects, MNC companies. But startup companies, small companies, they use the Jenkins own user database, their local users they use, right? Or else we can use the Unix user also, right? Different users are available. Now, scroll down here. Authorization. So here we have different plugins are available. These are all plugins. So now if you check this plugin, matrix-based security, click on this. Now look at this, everyone. Yeah. Now what we will do, if you want to give permissions to users, how can we give the permissions? Click on add user. Click on add user and you can check the LDAP user and give the permissions, job permissions. Job, workspace, job read, move, discover, delete, create, configure, cancel, build. Whatever the permissions you want to apply to the user. Click on add user and check the user, give the permissions, apply save, right? So this is the matrix-based security plugin. Now one more plugin is there, which is a project-based matrix authorization strategy. Click on this. This is also same. Click on add user. Yeah, select the user. Once you add the user, check the user, give the permissions, whatever permissions you want to do. Clear, right? Yeah, but these permissions are not sufficient, right? That is why we need to add one more security layer, which is a role-based authorization strategy. So this permissions, yeah, not sufficient. So we cannot manage the users by using the default permissions. That is why what we will do, we need to create one more role here, one more authorization strategy. So that we need to integrate with the Jenkins. Once you add this, it will allow you to control the users, right? Now, first of all, what we will do, this role-based authorization strategy plugin we need to install first. Plugin, right? Go back to Jenkins, go to dashboard, leave this, manage Jenkins, go to plugins, available plugins. Now you can search here, role-based authorization strategy. Check this, click on install. Now the plugin is installed. Now the plugin is successfully installed. Once the plugin is installed, next what we have to do? Make sure the server should be restarted, right? Yeah. So this is the checkbox. Once you click on this checkbox, what will happen? Server will be restart. Check this. Now the Jenkins is restarting. Now you can log in Jenkins. Now go to dashboard, go to manage Jenkins. Here, go to security. Once we install role-based authorization strategy, look at this everyone. What is this? Role-based strategy, right? So go back to manage Jenkins. In the manage Jenkins, currently only one security tab is available. Only one log symbol is available. Log symbol is security, right? So now once you add that role-based authorization strategy, one more log symbol will be available here. So only one layer is there, which is a security layer. So now what we have to do, click on security. Now select the role-based strategy, apply, save. Once you save this, one more log symbol is available. Look at this. Second one, manage and assign roles, right? Yeah. Now, what we will do here, first of all, I want to create one user, right? So how can we create the users? Go to users. Now click on create user. Yeah, username, DevOps user one, password. Click on create user. Once we click on create user, look at this. This is the user. This is the admin user, root user. This is the normal user. Now what I will do, I want to log in as a DevOps user one. Log out here. Log in as a DevOps user. What are you saying here? Yeah. Access denied. So DevOps user one is missing the overall read permissions. So we haven't, yeah, we just created the user, but we haven't provided any permissions to the user, right? So that is why we are getting this error, access denied error. Now log out here, log in as a root user. Now manage Jenkins, go to manage and assign roles. Click on this. Now look at this. Admin is having full permissions, right? Admin is having administrator access. So if you uncheck this, you cannot log into the Jenkins. Don't uncheck this. Don't remove the permissions, right? Now go to, yeah. So here what I will do, I want to add one user here. First of all, I want to add a role. A role I want to add. This is the admin role. Now I want to add a role. Role name, DevOps role. DevOps role, right? Yeah. Click on add here. Look at this. Admin role, DevOps role, right? So this DevOps role, at least we need to provide the read and view permissions. This role required minimum read and view permissions, right? Now apply, save. So DevOps role created here. Now I want to assign the, so look at this everyone. So role is created, click on assign roles. We need to assign the roles to the user, right? Click on assign roles. Now look at this. Only admin user is available here, right? Now role is, look at this. DevOps role is available, but there is no DevOps user one. Now I want to add a user. Click on add user, give the username. Okay, look at this. DevOps user one, DevOps role, right? Now I check here. What will happen? This user, yeah, we assign these roles to the DevOps user one, right? Now click on apply, save. What happened here? So we created the row, that role we assigned to the DevOps user, right? Now log out here, log in as a DevOps. Enter. Now, no errors. We are able to log in, right? No errors, but jobs are not visible here because we haven't given the permissions to user. Job permissions we haven't assigned. Understanding right, everyone? Online? Now, what I will do, I want to provide the job permissions to the DevOps user. Log out here, log in as a root user. Now, manage Jenkins, manage and assign roles. Now, so if you want to provide a job permissions to the user, how can we provide? First, we need to provide the permissions to the role. We need to provide the permissions to the role. That role already attached to the user, right? Yeah. Now here job permissions, job read-only permissions, only job read-only access, not remove, discover, delete, configure, right? Only read-only access. Apply, save. Now log out here. Login as a DevOps user one. Okay. Now this user is able to see the jobs. We provide only read-only access on this job. Now he's trying to run the job. Can he run the job or not? So if you click here, nothing is there to build the job. Nothing is there here because we gave read-only access on these jobs, right? Now log out here, login as a root user. Now go to manage Jenkins, go to manage and assign roles. Now here workspace access, move access, delete, create, configure, cancel, build. So these are all permissions. These are all permissions I provided to the role. So this role already attached right to the user. So now apply save. Once you apply save, what will happen? These permissions will be reflected to the user. Right now, log out here and log in as the DevOps user. Case sensitive. Now is able to log in here. All the options are available. We give on the jobs. Okay. So we gave full permissions. Fine. Understanding right, everyone? Yeah. Now, what I will do, one more user. User is this user is experience guy, for example. Okay. Is on jobs. But one fresher joined into the project. How can we give different permissions to the fresher? So minimum permissions like job, only one job access. Here we have how many jobs we have? Six. I don't want to provide us only one job access. That is itemized role, item role, right? So how can we item freshers or what is it? I want to create one more user. Go back here. Go back to root user. Now so, go to my Jenkins. Click on users. Now I want to create username DevOps user two DevOps user two. Create user. Now the user is created here. Look at this. DevOps user to is created, right? So once we create the user, now this user is not having any roles. We haven't created any roles, right? So now what we have to do here, this user log out here, login as DevOps builder. Yeah. So no permissions. All the permissions are missing. Okay. So now log out and login as a root user. Now how to manage Jenkins here? Go to manage and assign roles. Click on this. Now there is a item role is available, right? So before going to create the role, now what I will do, I want to create a job. Okay, one problem is just one job. Okay, so freestyle project. Okay, now go to GitHub account, the repository, which is simple web app. Take the URL, copy this URL, paste here. Select Git. Now scroll down here. Click on add build step, invoke top level Maven targets, select Maven version, whatever version you want to select. What are the goals we use here? Goals. Maven goals. What are the goals we use? Clean, install. We already used the goals, right? Goals already used, right? In the previous jobs, the last session. What is clean, anyone? It will clean up the previous build errors, right? So install, what is install? Yeah, it will store in the local repo. What is package? Convert into package, right? Like save. Now I want to run this job. This job is running properly or not. I want to check it out first. Now the job is running. Then correct. వాష్రూమ్ కావాలండి కింద ఉంది కిందకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది so the job is success. Job is success, right? Fine. Now, next one. So for this second user, we need to create one item role, right? So how can we create the item role? How can we manage the item role? Let's try to understand. Okay. So go back to manage Jenkins, go to manage and assign roles. Now go down here. So here, item as role. Now add the role here. Uh, name, same name I want to give. Test one. Okay. Test one job. So pattern also required here. Pattern. Role we need to add, pattern also need to add. Why we required pattern here? I'll explain. Copy this, paste here. So we need to give the star here. Star. If you give the star, what will happen? With the test one job, with the name of test one job, any jobs are there, that will be assigned to the user. Directly. Not directly, we need to configure that. Okay. Yeah. Now click on add. Now the role is added here. Look at this, everyone. This test one job role is added here. Now what I will do, view and read, job read, right? So view and job read permissions, I added here. Okay. Apply, save. Once we create the itemized role, item role is created right here. So after that, so we need to add into global also, this global also. This role we need to add into global also. Otherwise, you will not get the access. Okay. So now test one job, click on add here. Now, so here I want to give the view permissions and also job read permission, right? Click on apply, save. Once you click on apply, save, go to assign roles. So here, now look at this. A role is created right here. Now, look at this item role. Role is created here. Now we need to add that user here. Click on add user, username. Okay. So this DevOps user too, we need to add this role. Check here. Understanding, right? So along with this, global also we need to add. Global roles also need to add. So here we have the role, right? So here click on add the user, DevOps user too. Now we need to check this. This test one job role, add it to the DevOps user too. Are you following online students? Everyone following, right? Everyone following, right? Online. This is all about user management. Okay. Yeah. Apply, save. Now, if you log in as a DevOps user too, what will happen? So, if you want to check the roles, item role assigned or no. So now you can go and log in as a DevOps user too. So that what will happen here? Only the respective job will be assigned to the DevOps user, right? Now, log out here, log in as a DevOps user too. Enter. Okay, still is having some restrictions. Okay, what are the restrictions is having? Let's go and check. Log out here. Manage Jenkins. Manage and assign roles. Now, item role is already created here. Okay, and a global role also created. Fine. Click on assign roles. Go to assign roles. Look at this. Look at this. DevOps user two. We give the test one job. That is fine. Item role also. DevOps user two. We assign the item. Which one? Username. Wrong username again. Oh, DevOps user two. Correct, right? DevOps. Somewhere we did the mistake. Okay. So now DevOps store we assigned to the DevOps user one. And that here, that is fine. Let me check quickly. In somewhere we did the mistake. Test one job. That is fine. Test one job. Global rules. That is fine. Okay. So here, overall read, overall read and view, overall read and view required here, and okay, let's say overall read we missed here. Okay, so now here also overall view and a job read. That is fine. Log out here. Login as a DevOps user to user. Now look at this. Okay, DevOps user to he got the all job access. All job access. That is what we have to do. Look at this. Log out here. Login as a. So we should not give the global permissions. So this permission should be removed. So global permissions we give all job, right? Uncheck this. Now we gave only itemized role, itemized role. So read permissions you can apply. Apply, save. Now log out here, log in as a DevOps user too. Once you log in, you can see only one job, which is test one job. Got it right? Understanding right? Yeah, you can see only one job, which is test one job. Like this, only one job, two job, three jobs you can assign to the freshers. They can monitor the only that respective job. They can configure the job. They can check the job 24/7. They can monitor that respective jobs, right? So in real-time console, thousands of jobs we create. So we should not provide all the job access. If you provide all the job access, sometimes they trial and error. They do something. If the job is failed, if anything goes wrong, that will be escalated. That is why we need to be, yeah, we need to control the users here by creating the itemized role. Understanding right, everyone? Online? Everyone understand, right? Any questions here, anyone? Anyone having any questions here? You can raise your hand. Is there any other ways to automate user creation? So user creation is only one-time job. Okay. User creation is only one-time job. So if you want to create multiple jobs, that we can automate by using the automation tools. For example, if you want to create 1,000 users, we can automate them. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah, Venkatesh, go ahead.
Sir, good morning, sir. The real-time projects,
Can you speak louder?
sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the real-time projects, we are giving username like um, normal username, right? So in the real-time project, we give the LDAP user, right?
LDAP user, we use LDAP users, correct. LDAP is the lightweight directory access protocol. So most of the organization they are using LDAP servers. That is why you can use the LDAP users.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Any other questions, anyone? Yeah, no one. Go ahead, please. You can ask a question. No action. I gave a mute. You can, yeah, you can speak up. Not audible. So this is the way normally we can create the users, we can manage the users, we can create the customized roles as per the requirement, as per the approvals, we can create the customized roles, and we can assign to the respective engineers. Okay. So that yeah, as per his role, as per his permissions, we can manage the users. Fine. This concept is very important concept. Make sure everyone practice. Okay. So one more concept we can cover today, which is a Jenkins backup. Jenkins backup. Jenkins thin backup. We can say thin backup. Yeah. So basically, what is backup anyone? So backup and enti. What is backup anyone? Backup is a someone asked some question here. The triggering process is same for users. Which triggering process? Yeah, job trigger, right? Yeah, same process. Same process. Triggering process is same process. Okay. Now, backup. Backup is a copy of important data, right? So normally, every day in real-time projects, we take the backup, daily backups, and weekly backups, monthly backups, on-demand backups, different backups, right? So why we require that backup? In case the production critical servers crash or a disk is fail, what will happen? Data will be gone, right? So if the data is gone, what will happen? Escalations, client escalations, right? So client data we need to protect as a DevOps engineer, as a cloud engineer. So we need to protect the data. Otherwise, client escalations. So business will be impacted. Client business will be impacted. The client business is impacted, definitely the project will be rejected, cancelled. That is why every organization, every project team, they're managing different backups. Okay. So here in Jenkins also, we use the thin backup. We manage the thin backup. So why we require thin backup here? Okay. Yeah. So for example, uh, in Jenkins, we created the jobs, we install the plugins, we pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. All the information is available in Jenkins. In case Jenkins is a crash, what will happen? Jenkins service crash. All the information will be gone. That is why what we will do, we'll manage the thin backup. In case Jenkins is crash or corrupted or any issues happen, the data can be recovered when you configure the thin backup, right? Yeah. So if you want to configure this thin backup, what we have to do, we need to install one plugin, which is thin backup plugin. Thin backup plugin, right? So after that, we need to set some path. We need to set some path to take the backup /var /lib /Jenkins. This is the path where you want to take the backup, right? So in this path, I want to take the backup. Okay. So you need to set the path. In this path only backup will be happened. So once we install configure Jenkins, this path will be created. Okay. So in this path, we can take the backup. So once we take the backup, we can go and verify the backup. If the backup is available or not, we can go and verify the backup. Clear, right? Yeah. Go back here. Dashboard. Go back to root user. Go to manage Jenkins. So currently here, no thin backup. Look at this, everyone. No thin backup here. Okay. We need to install one plugin. Once we install the plugin, thin backup will be available. Right. Now go to plugins. Now you can go to available plugins. Here you can search thin backup. Look at this. Check this. Install. Now the thin backup is installed. Now it is installed. So once we install any plugin, make sure the server should be restarted. Now the server is restarting. Now login as a root user. Now go to manage Jenkins. Go down here. Look at this. What is this? Thin backup. Once we install the plugin, thin backup will be available. Right? In that thin backup, we can configure the backup. Right? Someone asked me some question. Can you please show again? Which one? Backup plugin? Anurag, you're asking backup plugin? Navigation you want? You're asking, right? Go to Jenkins, click on plugins, go to available plugins. You can search here, thin backup. It is not showing. Why it is not showing? It is already installed, right? If it is not installed, it will show you. So if you want to uninstall, go to install plugins and you can search here. Now it is showing here. In the installed plugins, it is showing, right? Yeah. In the available plugins, once you search this, that will show you. Check this box and click on install. That will be installed, right? Understand, right? Anurag. Next one. Once we install the plugin, go to system. Go to system. Click on system. In the system, we need to set the path. Go to system. Scroll down here. Scroll down. What is this? Thin backup configuration, right? So here we need to give the backup directory where you want to take the backup on the same server or a different server or a different region. So we need to give the path. Okay. So now I want to take the backup into same server. Normally, we should not take the backup into same server. In case service crash, what will happen? Backup also will be gone. That is why we need to take into other server, right? But here we have only one server. That is why I want to take the backup into same server, right? So now we can give the path here, /var/lib/Jenkins. So in this path, I want to take the backup. Okay. Next one, backup schedule for full backups. No need to give any schedules. Backup schedule for differential. No need to give anything here. Next one, file 6 state. Okay. So look at the same one. Backup build result. Backup build archive. Can select backup only build mark to keep. Backup user content folder. Backup next build number. Backup plugins. Backup config history. backup additional files. Whatever files you have, you can give the path here, right? Yeah, clean up differential backups, move old backups to zip files. Whatever you want to choose, you can choose. After that, apply, save. Apply save, right? Once you apply save, go back to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, go down here, click on thin backup. Now click on backup now. Once you click on backup now, backup will be started. It will take 3 to 4 minutes. So click on backup now. Now the backup is happening. Backup is happening. Wait for 2 or 3 minutes. We'll check it out. The backup is available or not, I'll show you. The path. What is the path? Slash where, slash lib, slash Jenkins. In that path, we can check the backup. Backup is happened or not, we can check it out. So wait for 2 minutes. So definitely we'll check the backup. Just wait for 2 minutes. The backup will be happened. Once backup is happened, so we can go and check. Yeah, tell me. Path of there's a backup into there's a path. We need to give the server name slash slash. In that server, the path, we need to select the path and we need to give the path. Server name first we need to give. After the path, slash slash server host name or IP address. So after we can give the path. Normally it will not work here in the test lab. So real-time projects normally we give that other server path. Right? Charges. Yeah, charges will be applied. Yes, charges will be applied. Jenkins is free or Jenkins is free. Free. Yes. So in real-time projects, we use the enterprise edition, but here we are using free edition. Free edition. Okay. So now we can go and check the backup is happened or not. How can we check? Connect the server. Okay. So copy the public IP, open the mobile exchange. Mobile exchange we discussed it already. Session. Session paste here. Username 12. Give the key pair. Now we are able to connect our Jenkins. Now go to cd slash where slash lib. Look at this. Jenkins is there right here. Go to slash Jenkins. cd Jenkins. ls. This is the backup. Look at this. So how many jobs are there in our console? Nearly 7 jobs, I think, right? The Jenkins console, we have 7 jobs. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 7 jobs are. Now go back to the mobile string here. Now go to jobs. CD jobs. Look at this. Test job, job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4, job 5, and also test 1 job. 7 jobs. Okay. Now cd space dot dot. Now I want to check the plugins. Plugins. cd plugins. ls here. These are all plugins. So just now we installed one plugin. What is that plugin? Mm, Thin backup plugin, right? Yeah, that we can check it out. Look at this anymore. Available, right? And also one more plugin we installed. What is that? In user management. Role-based authorization. Yeah, role-based plugin. A role-based plugin, right? Look at this. Role strategy. So it will not show you entire name, role strategy, right?
So can I check on the Jenkins event?
This is Jenkins backup.
Can I check on the Jenkins event?
Jenkins.
They're using mobile stream. Jenkins command line.
Jenkins command line, right? So that actually the free tier will get some errors. Free tier. Better you can use the mobile stream. You can use the mobile stream, not PuTTY or SSH. Okay. So Jenkins CLI here sometimes you get the it will not it is not properly here. Is it- These are the commands actually available commands. So first we need to set this because uh, it is not allowing the free tier. You can try if you want to try, you can try, but we'll get some errors definitely. Okay. The real console subscription level that will work. Okay. Right. Now the backup is happened, right? All the backup files are available. Clear the screen. It is been wrong. ls. Now, if you go to your workspace, in the workspace, whatever the code we pulled, that code is available. So first in the workspace, jobs are available. cd workspace. Look at this. Jobs are available. Inside of the jobs, we have the code, right? cd job 1, for example. Instead of this, web app. Instead of this, src. Instead of this, main. Instead of this, again, web app. Instead of this, index.js. Cat. That's the code. This is the code. HTML code. We already discussed it in the GitHub. I already shown you, right? The GitHub, the code is available, right? That's the code. Same code, right? Clear, right, everyone? Yeah, these two concepts are very, very important. Okay. These two concepts are very important. Make sure everyone practice these two concepts. Any questions now you can open up. You can raise your hand. I give you access, you can ask your questions. So where we can see the progress of backup. Backup progress, normally we cannot see. So in real-time projects, some third-party console is available. In that we can see the progress. Backup is happening or not. In the live, you can see. But here, the filter is not possible. Once you run the backup, that will be happened after 3 minutes. So within 3 minutes will be completed. User LDAP user we cannot create. That is a domain level user. LDAP users are domain level user, right? So we require domain like Wipro domain, Capgemini domain, right? So the domain required to create the LDAP user, right? Yeah, Saturday tomorrow you can attend online. Saturday, okay? Because very less people are coming, right? Saturday only one day, classroom guests can attend online. So how to create LDAP user? Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Yeah. How to create LDAP? How can we create? Required domain, right? We require domain. You get the LDAP user. Normally, once you join into the project, we'll get one user. Local IT team, they create the LDAP user. They give it to you. Yeah, first time when you join. By using that, we can log in all the consoles. That is LDAP, domain level user. We cannot create. How they create? How we created this user? Local database user. Same story. How we created the local user here? DevOps user one, DevOps user two. Same way. In the domain level, they create the user. How can we check that here? Prajunma. Okay. And troubleshoot job. Troubleshoot job. If the job is failed, what we have to do? We need to check the logs. Whatever the logs are generating. For example, any job is failed. For example, yeah, just a minute. Look at this. This job's failed, right? In the last session, we failed the job, right? So click on this log, failed. Click on this log. Click here. It is showing the error, right? In red color. This we need to read and we need to analyze. In case the job is failed, we can go through the logs only. Why the job has been failed? Will clearly give you the information here. Unknown lifecycle phase. You must specify a valid lifecycle phase. So here you can look at this here. Build step invoke top level Maven targets marked as a build failure. Clearly say the goal issue. Goal issue. Only check for now. Yeah. So we can check the goals. Why the goal is uh, maybe spell error or goal is missing, right? And sometimes due to network issues, job will be failed. Sometimes in case the code path is different path, different job will be failed. Like that. So we can troubleshoot. Right? Yeah. Venkatesh, you have any question? You raise your hand, right?
Sir, one second. Sir, as we have given the permission to the user
Mhm.
to create to take care of the job, so if it is failed, so will they raise any tickets to DevOps engineer, or how they will take care of it?
Fail means job
Fail
fail.
means, yes sir, job fail.
Jobs and all we have to handle. So DevOps only can handle the jobs. The job is failed. What we will do? First, we can troubleshoot. We can check the logs, right? We can check the respective paths and goals, right? Network issues. Any network issues are there. For any network issues are happening, what we can do? Any network issues happening, we can't do anything. We can raise a case with the AWS. We are using AWS server. Can raise a case with the AWS.
So what is the purpose of giving the permission to the user, sir? Actually,
To control. So itemized role, why we require itemized role? We can give full permissions also, right? But freshers should not give full permissions. Freshers normally, yeah. So when they join to the project, we give the KT. So initially, we give only one job permission. They monitor only one job. Because if you give full permissions, what they will do? They don't know anything. They trial and error. They do mistakes.
yes.
So them escalations, right? Limited permissions we give. Even the experienced guys also initially, we don't provide any permissions. Once you get the KT, Once he started working on the activities, then slowly we provide the permission, right?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Right. So these two concepts are very important concepts. So make sure everyone practice these two concepts. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about Jenkins pipeline, and also multi-branching pipeline. Two concepts. With that, we are going to complete the Jenkins. Jenkins will not be completed until Jenkins CI/CD project completes. Tuesday, we are going to complete the Jenkins. So Monday, we're going to work on Maven. Maven is theoretical part. Already installation already happened, right? Maven and Sonar will cover on Monday. So after that, we'll jump into CI/CD project. Okay. Mostly Tuesday, we are going to complete the Jenkins. So after that, we'll jump into advanced tools. Right? We can stop here. Make sure everyone practice these concepts. So yeah, tomorrow, uh, classroom guys can join online only, right? Saturday. So very few people coming to the classroom. That is why. So tomorrow, Saturday, you can join online. Classroom guys. Right? Yeah. Thank you all.